I want to have a conversation with you guys here today. What is your take on New Year's resolutions? Are you planning on setting some? Leo, what's up, my man? How are you? We're talking about New Year's resolutions. It's coming. 2025 is here. Everyone's going to start to get excited. Oh, this is the year. New me, new me. What is your take on New Year's resolutions? I would love to hear from you guys and have a little bit of a conversation, dialogue, and build off this because I find it very fascinating that a lot of people will wait for a specific time to do something. It is just very intriguing behavior to dig into. Why do we do this as humans? Why do we wait for New Year Monday, a perfect time to start something? Is there really a perfect time to start anything? Is there going to be this perfect scenario for you to go after the goals that you want for yourself? What do you guys think of that, Jessica? Leo, if you're here, I want to have a conversation with you guys. What is your take on New Year's resolution? Do you have some that you're planning to execute on? If so, what do those look like? Let's talk about it. It's a timely conversation. For me, I'll be 100% transparent. I don't have any New Year's resolutions because I don't really see anything changing from now until because realistically, I have a very clear vision, purpose, mission, and I have exact clarity on what I'm trying to do. So for me, nothing changes. And it's taken me a long time to get to this place, and hasn't always been that way. I used to be pretty big on New Year's resolutions, going to bars, clubs, restaurants to see the ball drop and spend all this time there. I don't do any of that anymore. It's funny because the more that I pour into myself, the clearer I get, the more focused I become on what I'm doing. All the noise and all that stuff just continues to fade away. What do you guys think about that? Let's talk. Don't be quiet. Drop a comment. Let's have a conversation, man. Don't be shy. Ask a question. I don't do these often, so I would take advantage of this time while we're here. TikTok, what's good? Taylor, how are you? What's up? How are you guys doing on this beautiful Friday? I appreciate you guys tuning in. Look at this handsome guy, Mr. Joe Ranieri has entered the chat. What's up, brother? We're talking about New Year's resolutions. Let me hear it, man. What's the New Year's resolution for Big Joe? Let's talk about it. I don't know, man. I wanted to have this conversation because it really is something that I find very fascinating. Why do we wait? Why do we procrastinate to try to make these New Year's goals? Did you know that 76% of New Year's resolutions fail? Why is that? Well, I think for a majority of people, we often either fear change or we fear success. Isn't that crazy that some of us can actually fear being successful? Because for me, it's like once you get to a place that you've never been before, you like almost don't know how to sustain it. Does that make sense? So like that level of unknown is really uncomfortable. As human beings, like, we crave comfort, we crave routine. We like to be able to predict, you know, our next move, and that's really the issue, quote unquote, with all of this. Is when you get to a place where you can't predict it and it's unknown, it feels very safe. So hear me out. Even if you're in a position right now where like you're not really enjoying your life, maybe your body, your mindset, your career, a lot of us will stay in that because it's comfortable and it's safe, predictable, even if even if it's not serving you. And that is the most fucked up part of all of this. You could be in a position right now that you know is not serving you physically, emotionally, financially, career wise, whatever it is, and you will stay there because it's comfortable and predictable. So, as human beings, we would rather sit in our pool of shit and continue to feed the story because that's all we've ever known. In order to get outside of that, to get things you've never done, you have to be willing to do things you've never done. And that's the saying that I preach to my clients. I'm blue in the fucking face, right? In order to get things you've never had, you gotta be willing to do things you've never done. If you're not willing to do new shit, you're gonna be the same fucking person. I hate to break it to you, and that's the truth. So that's why I titled it "New Year, Same You," because you guys will do the same fucking shit every year and then get really frustrated, bent out of shape, and then just give up. So actually, you could go on ChatGPT and start to dig into this, and that's what I was doing before. So fascinating how how much they give you over there. But let's break this down. What ChatGPT has to say as to why most New Year's resolutions fail. Number one, unrealistic goals. Oh yeah, I haven't worked out in fucking 6 months, but let me go to the gym 8 days this week. Yeah, you know what? I haven't tracked my food, but I'm gonna go cut all my carbs as well. I'm gonna do all this protein. You know what? I'm probably gonna run 3 miles too, right? But I think come Wednesday, you're like, oh, fuck, there's no way I can do this. I'm a piece of shit. Why do I even bother? And that's the narrative that we start to feed. Story of your life, Leo. That's what we're here to change because that is the problem right there, and that's okay. And I do want to be clear as well with that is just because you're dealing with some things right now doesn't mean you're done. And we could get into the whole spiritual conversation. God has a plan for you, and I do believe that everyone is here for a purpose, on purpose, and I do truly believe that. But hear me clearly when I say this, right? When it comes to New Year's resolutions, we got to be a little realistic. That's the conversation about well, what is realistic. That is context. Everyone's different, and that's why I quote because I cannot treat everyone the same thing. Right for you, example, right? You're in my program. We're working together. I can't treat you or coach you the same as, let's say, a competitive athlete. They're just you guys are at two different places, and that's okay, right? But that's the thing. It's like we're going to set different goals based on that, based on where you're at in your journey and what you're trying to achieve. It's all contextual, right? Does that make sense? So it's about being specific. Where are you trying to go and why? That's a good question for you guys to think about. Excuse me. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about New Year's resolutions because we have a New Year less than a week. 2025 is quickly approaching. And a lot of people are going to set these very unrealistic goals. They're not going to be specific. They're just going to throw spaghetti at the wall. You guys resonate with that? If so, drop some fire emojis in the comments. Let's see where we got over here on TikTok. Excuse me. On the wrong hatch today. Let's see. Amy, you are something. People start things and expect results instantly. Yeah, I mean that's the whole Ozempic epidemic that we have right now, right? Everybody's just taking shots to try to lose weight. And you know what? That's it's sad because we would rather just inject ourselves without any true understanding of what that even does to our body. All Ozempic does is it tricks your body and your hormones to think that you're not hungry. So what happens when you stop taking it? All the weight that you lost, you gain back because you don't even understand how to lose the weight. You don't know how to eat clean foods, what those foods are, how to track macros, how to get consistent with that. And that's why when I work with clients, I say, hey, this is going to be the last program that you'll ever need if you go all in. If you do everything that I say and you follow through on it, and you communicate with the answer questions, you'll get results. How do I guarantee results? Because the framework, foundation of what it takes to improve your physique in life is the same, essentially, for everyone. Yes, there's a few different variables that are going to change person to person, but like overall, the overarching theme when it comes to losing body fat and muscle is really the same thing. So it's just about understanding what that looks like for yourself and being a little bit more specifically for you. Come on, dude. And that's the problem. Ozempic is not they're not gonna say, hey, just try that, you'll be all right. No, they don't want that. They want you to continue to come back and spend your money. And that is the sad reality. That is what I am at war against as a coach. Big pharma, the food companies, right? Like all of the over the counter medications that we're just throwing at people. That's gonna fix everything? Really interesting. I don't think that's the way. To just slap a bunch of band-aids on gaping wounds. Does that make sense? No. But they're gonna do that because they want you. Makes sense, Trevor Reeves? What's up, TikTok? You guys are hilarious. I don't know what it is, man, but TikTok always you guys like to throw those weird ass comments. Hey Star, how are you? Melanie, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Let's go. Is that making sense so far? Maybe drop a yes in the comments. Most people fail on this. You know, the biggest thing I think when it comes to New Year's resolutions is really a lack of accountability. Now, maybe I'm biased because I'm a coach, but the reality is a lot of people just don't have integrity. We just don't follow through. It sounds so simple, but like truthfully, I would probably say 80% of your problems could be fixed if you just follow through and that's for me why getting up early, making the bed, hitting the gym first thing is like a non-negotiable. It's not even something that I yeah, it hasn't always been the way. It's been years for me to get to this place, but that's a good question for you to ask yourself right now is your goals and the process of getting that, is that negotiation? Is it something for us to think about? Leo, you still here? Let's talk, bro. You guys just don't want to drop comments today, huh? You guys are just nice and quiet. Mike, what's going on, brother? Talking about New Year's resolutions. Are you taking new clients? Still here. Leo, what are you taking from so far? Let me serve you, bro. Let's have a conversation. TikTok user 190, are you taking new clients? That depends. Are you a good fit? I'm not somebody that is constantly seeking new clients. I work with a very specific type of person. I work with older guys that are dedicated to their craft and are coachable and are friendly and are willing to do the work. If you're somebody who has 3 to 5 years of gym experience and you're serious about dropping your ego and being coachable, and you're serious about doing the work and following through on what you say you're going to do, let's have a conversation. Maybe you'll see if you're a good fit. There's a lot of boxes that you need. You essentially have to go through like an interview process in order to qualify for the program. There's a lot of people that ask to work with me, and I tell them no transparently because they don't display the qualities that I'm looking for in a good client. And that's just the truth. Like, I really have gotten to a place over the last 5 years of coaching that I value my time, my peace, my energy more than anything. And I would rather just not have you in my program if you're not going to do the work because that's my mental sanity, that's my mental peace, and I value that too much for a few $100. And that's just the truth, you know. Leo, what are you taking so far from this, brother? Luke, what's up, my man? How are you? Let's talk about it. So, user, I don't know what your name is because you have it labeled as user, but based on that, let me know. No, I don't coach women anymore. I used to, but as I get deeper into my own journey and the more that I learn about this industry, I just feel like it makes more sense for me to stick with guys because I am a guy. You know, it's like I know more about males, hormones, and how we think. Females, not to say that I can't coach them, but I think I'm just more suited to coach. It just makes sense. No New Year resolution, just want to continue coaching. Yeah, you know, and like that's the reality of the situation. Is that I don't think we need to get excited and all these things. And, you know, maybe that's my approach. That's why Leo, you're seeing the media communities and like pop off right now, all these like New Year's goals and shit. Where I used to do that in the past, but it's like realistically, if you just get really excited for it to die out, and we go to the same fucking place. So like, let's just really just dig into what we're doing right now. And let's just focus on being consistent and carrying that out because that's going to carry you for the long. You know, we're not trying to think in days and weeks. We're thinking in months and years. You know, if you really want to see incredible results, it's a game of consistency. Everyone knows that. So that's the question. It's like, well, how do we get really consistent? How do we dial that in? That's where it stems from having clear goals, setting realistic expectations, having that accountability. Because you know, if you're relying on motivation to get to places, you've already lost. You're already lost because it's like building a house on a foundation of sand. I like that question. You build a house with chopsticks on sand? No, you want to build it on a firm, strong foundation with bricks and concrete. So it's the same thing with your goals. Why do we make it more complicated than it has to be? We'll start getting the daily routines. Tell me more about that. Okay, Leah. So when it comes to daily routines, what is the roadblock right now? Like what is stopping you from doing that? And what is your ideal outcome? Because it's really simple. Your routine is all over the place right now. Why? Why do you feel that is? What's holding you back? You can also, I'm going to message you right now on my laptop. That way I don't forget. hold on. Leo gets first dibs because he's a client of mine. See what happens when you're a client, you get priority. We can continue this conversation. I drop everything for my people because my people are the ones who win. Okay. Routine. Okay. Message. Good. Done. Yeah, bro, you ain't fucking hiding from me, dog. Because here's the thing: you're here to win, and as much as I'm helping you, this is also my brand and my reputation, and I take that very seriously because your experience and how you feel working with me is how you're going to communicate that to other people, and that's why if you're in business, it's really simple to win in business. Guys. Here's how you do it: care really deeply about your clients, and you make sure that they have the tools and resources to succeed. If you do that, you won't have a problem because a lot of people focus so heavily on us. And really quick, because I've been in business for a while now. And a lot of people will focus on marketing, sales, but at the end of the day, you have to have a very strong fulfillment leg because it's like kind of like legs of a chair, right? Let's say there's three legs to a chair. If one is really strong, but the other two are kind of weak, someone sits on it, it's probably not going to stand. All three legs need to be really strong. You gotta have really dialed in marketing, really good sales process, and also really good performance and keep the wheel turning. I don't know why I'm talking about business here, but hey, maybe it's a different conversation. I wanted to come on and chat about New Year's resolutions. But Leo, let's have that conversation because I want to make sure we get that squared away. Um, yes, when it comes down to New Year's resolutions, I think the biggest thing we have to really take into consideration is to ditch the all or nothing mindset, maybe be a little bit more realistic. I don't like what is you know. I think it's just about being clear, being specific, not trying to aim too high, having accountability, having support, and then just making sure there's an emotional tie. I think that's probably the biggest thing, and I'll leave you guys with this here today because I got a jet here in a second. Damien, what's up, brother? When it comes to following through on New Year's resolutions, there needs to be an emotional, right? So, Leo, why? It's a good question. Why do you want the gym routine in place? What is the bigger picture and the ideal outcome that we're searching for? Because if we don't have clarity on the vision, it's really difficult for us to get there. So for me, right, when it comes to why I'm so passionate, why I show up, excuse me, why I show up hard every single day for my business, right, is for this reason and this reason alone. I have a very clear vision on the type of husband, father, leader that I want to be. So all I'm doing right now is acting as that version to make sure that I can show up as him, as if it's already done. You know, technically on paper I might not be there yet, but at the same time I also feel that I already am because I'm embodying those traits. The reality is the time just has to catch up. So it's the same thing for you. The only separation from where you are right now and where you want to go is time, as long as clearly, as long as you're doing the right things. Because you technically could be taking the wrong actions every single day. That's why you're not getting results. Because you could be doing the things, you could be checking the boxes, but getting nowhere because what you're doing isn't the right thing. That's why most people fail in the gym. That's why most people don't get the New Year's resolutions because they think what they're doing is right, but they don't have the self awareness and they don't have the courage, I think is the best word to describe it, to ask for help. If you take nothing else from this conversation, that is single handedly what has drastically changed my life is having the humility to say, you know what, I don't know how to get this done. And then you confidently ask for somebody to help. Especially for males, I think there's like a huge stigma nowadays where it's weak to get help, and I think it's the opposite. I think that the more that you could surrender, quote unquote, and ask for guidance, ask for feedback, that is the path. I truly believe that. Why? Because we can't right now in this moment conceptualize how to cross the bridge, so to speak, because we don't know what steps to take, right? For example, for me to build $1 million business, I have no idea what it really. The point is, I don't know the exact steps that it needs that I need to take. It might be the same thing for you right now with your vision. You may not understand what it takes to get in competition shape, and that's why people hire coaches. Well, dog, Jim, where? What's up, my man? How are you? Yes, I agree. Ego takes over, I'm glad that you said that because that is the problem. Especially as men, we want to fight so hard to prove that we're right, even if what we're doing is not producing results. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Is like sometimes we would literally rather sit in our own shit, knowing it's not serving us, because we prove to ourselves that we're right. We prove to ourselves that at least I feel good because I feel like I'm doing what I should be doing. But it's just really taking honest accountability and saying, is this moving the needle forward for me or not? Get in the gym. I like I've been in the gym. I've been training at the complex. Still training, bro. Don't worry. Cardio champ, looking strong, bro. Thank you. And I appreciate it. Devin, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for tapping in. Hope you're doing well. Rando, what's going on? Jesse, how are you? Is this making sense? Drop the fire emojis in the chat box if you're related to value. What has been your biggest takeaway so far? We've been talking for 20 minutes. I can fucking rip, man. I can fucking rip. Yeah, we were talking about how to make New Year's resolutions. I think it's just really about being specific, setting those attainable goals, making sure that you have accountability. Honestly, I think that more often than not, you're just bullshit. The cop outs, you got to get clarity on where you're going. Why get clarity on the vision, like we talked about. Clarity on the bigger purpose of the vision is going to so it's always about, you guys, really quick as we wrap up. You want to start with the end in mind. What is the ideal outcome and the goal that we're trying to achieve? And we have to avoid what goals we set it's really that easy. Hope you guys take something from this. Not too bad, but MMA lock. Massive check. Boom. We got some carbs in today. Feeling good. Today was actually but I got to hop. I appreciate you guys. Value. Any additional questions on this? Leon, I'm going to